Hey vegan food explorers, today we're going to do a video on should I eat vegan meat?
Please smash that like button as it really helps grow the channel.
Okay, let's get into the video. So, today's video is all about should I eat vegan meat products. If you're a vegan or a non-vegan, you must have seen them in your supermarkets, in advertising, all sorts of different vegan meat products. What is a vegan meat product? Well, it can be basically anything that looks like a traditional meat product, be that sausages, steaks, burgers, steaks, everything that's made from vegan ingredients, and that's what they are. So there's loads of different brands jumping on this. So we've got brands like Vivera. I've got an assortment of vegan meats here that we can use. So Vivera are a purely vegan brand, and they make steaks. They make loads of other stuff. They can make a fake chicken bit as well. So they're a purely vegan brand. But then you get other brands like Birdseye, which is famous for doing their like fish fingers and chicken dippers. So they're now branching out into a vegan meat. So you get loads of that, and then you get loads of different sorts, and also loads of different price ranges, where you get, these are actually from Iceland, these are called Noble steaks, very, very cheap, all the way up to actually a bit more expensive, like these steaks. I mean, these are reduced, but these were £3.09 for two. So still, compared to a real steak, an animal steak, really cheap, good value. So what are the arguments against eating vegan meat? So there's some classic ones here, which are that it looks like, a lot of non-vegans say, oh, why would you make your non-vegan food look like meat? Well, the classic counter for that is, why the hell do you make your animals look like food? So I think that's just such a uninformed question, because if you think about it, yes, this looks like a meat steak. Are we vegans trying to make it? We're not trying to project ourselves on wanting to eat dead cows, but we're trying to project ourselves on, we've been grown up eating these shapes and flavours for all of our lives. Just because we're eating vegan, we still like those flavours, basically, but we actually want to have it no animals harmed. So that's the reason for that. And then also, I personally think a lot of social things, so there's a lot of social gatherings that I go to. So for example, we have a big like hangover breakfast, sausages, that's what you've got to be having on that. Or you have a nice night out and you have, you know, real nice steak or burgers. The biggest one for me is the vegan burgers. You can go to a barbecue, no problem. You chuck your burgers on next to everyone else's, you look fine. No funny business, no awkward conversations. And I think for a lot of people, that's massive. I also think that's a massive bit against that, or making the vegan food look like meat, is for people who are interested in becoming vegan. So say they say 50% of their week they're going to be trying vegan food. I think that's awesome, because they can literally just take the normal food they'd eat and then chuck in a vegan sausage, and it's vegan, and they don't have to think about anything else. And it's just so awesome that you can do that. So I say that's massive. Another negative, I mean, what's the actual ingredient? So this, for me, is the only one negative of vegan meat, because to get there, you can sometimes have to put in some slightly chemical ingredients and dodgy ingredients. So for example, in here, you have the ingredients list, which is here, which is quite long. So you have things like onion, rapeseed oil, apple fibre, pea flour, I guess that's just a pea, sunflower oil, all natural bits, and potato starch. I mean, you know, that's kind of what you'd expect in a regular sausage. But then you have things that mainly make up the most of these ingredients, which is things like pea protein or soy protein. And that's what gives this food the massively high protein content, just like meat, which is amazing if you're into health, fitness, whatever. You know, it's good to get protein to rebuild your muscles. So that's a real big win, because obviously you get the classic question, you're a vegan, where do you get your protein from? I get it from my sausages. So end of the argument. However, there's been some research into things like pea protein and soy protein, and it is safe, and it can be good for you, but you've got to remember it's a very refined product. I mean, it's not just a pea. It's pea protein, so it comes in a powder, so it's been refined from a pea or a soybean. So it is plants, but it has still been refined. Is it healthier than a dead cow or a dead chicken? Of course it is. However, you just got to be careful that I recommend and think myself that you just got to go natural. If you really want to enjoy the amazing vegan lifestyle, eat as much natural products that you would find out. You know, back a million years ago, if you were walking around, you'd find beans, pulses on the ground, you'd find fruit, vegetables, things like that, and those are the things you want to base your diet around. However, supplementing, you know, a couple, maybe 2 or 3 times a week with vegan meat, you're not going to have any problems whatsoever. You probably have no problems with more than that, but that's just my personal opinion. And then the only final negative that is thrown around with vegan meat is people always bring up about soy, and the soy, they go, oh, soybeans is destroying the rainforest. Yes, destruction of the rainforest is happening for soy farms, but 90% of soy actually goes into animal production. So animal feed for animal production. So if you don't eat animal products and go vegan, then the demand for soy is going to go massively down. And if just that 10%, which is made for vegan products, we're not going to be having any rainforest deforestation. So it's all good. So now let's get on to the positives. It's vegan. It's 100% vegan food. You can pick up in the supermarket. It tastes amazing. It's easy to cook. I mean, for example, that's my dishwasher in the background. It has no bits of like that in there, and you can pick it up and it cooks. There you go, barbecue, 8 to 9 minutes. So you can chuck these on, have a lovely dinner with your partner, with your friends. Easy, 100% vegan, no fear. So that's great. Also, they just sell like crazy. So it's just so cool for the vegan movement that they're so easy to pick up on. Next thing, they're bloody tasty, seriously tasty. Chuck one of these in, ketchup in a burger with chips, vegetable, they're amazingly tasty, which is great. Then also the protein. I mean, a lot of these have super high protein. So what's this? These No Bull burgers have. So this is a little bit different. And like I said before about the pea protein, sometimes being a little bit questionable, but this is literally mushrooms. These literally are not mushrooms isolate, they're not mushroom protein or whatever, they're just mushrooms. So if you do your research and get the right vegan meats, you're going to go really far. So in conclusion, I would say definitely 70-80% of your diet should just be whole foods. So your fruit, your vegetable, your rice, your pasta, blah, blah, blah. But supplementing it with some vegan meat, just amazing. Amazing way to go. Also, if you have non-vegan friends or vegan friends out, it's a treat. Enjoy it. And I don't see any reason not to enjoy vegan meat. So go for it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of vegan meat. What's your favourite vegan meat brand? Mine personally, I love the Green Cuisine sausages. They're my favourite. They're super easy to cook. They taste amazing and they look awesome too. I've had non-vegan friends tricked by them before and they think they're the real thing. So go ahead, check it out and let me know. See you in the next video.